Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into something, well, absolutely fundamental. Building a strong foundation in mathematics, specifically for those crucial elementary grades.
Mm,
We've got a stack of source material here, and our mission, really, is to try and nail down the absolute core components, what really helps build math skills that actually stick,
yeah,
that go beyond just getting the right answer.
that's right. You gave us these sources because you want to know what truly makes that base solid. And it's not just about learning facts, like you said, it's about deep understanding.
Exactly. So when we dig into these materials, what's the absolute bedrock they point to? I mean, where does this foundation really begin?
Well, the sources are pretty clear. It starts with number sense.
Okay. Number sense.
But what's interesting here is they don't just mean, rote counting. It's about truly understanding numbers, how they relate, being flexible with them.
Flexible. How so?
Thinking about, say, 7, not just as the symbol 7, but knowing it's also 5 plus 2 or
Yeah.
maybe 10 minus 3, knowing how to make 10, understanding doubles. That flexible thinking is a critical nugget. It's not just reciting the number sequence.
That makes total sense. Like needing to understand your built materials before you start construction, right?
Precisely.
So once you have that flexibility with numbers, what's the next layer? What builds on that?
That foundation in number sense leads us pretty directly, actually, into operations and algebraic thinking.
Right. The adding, subtracting.
Exactly. The 4 operations, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. But again, it's not just computation. It's understanding the properties. Things like the commutative property, knowing 2 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 2, or the associative property. It's building fluency with the facts, sure, but also developing strategies for solving problems and, importantly, starting to see patterns in numbers.
And here's where it gets really interesting, something these sources definitely emphasize: mathematical reasoning and problem solving. It's about that critical logical thinking, tackling word problems, using models like drawings or number lines. And a phrase that keeps popping up is explaining your reasoning.
That's crucial, asking why did you do it that way?
Or how do you get that answer? Yeah.
It pushes kids to make sense of the math, to, persevere when it gets challenging, and to use tools thoughtfully. And this connects directly to another core idea highlighted: conceptual understanding over memorization.
Ah, yes. Knowing why the math works, not just how to do the steps, that feels huge.
Precisely. Understanding concepts like place value, why that 1 in 16 actually means 10, right? Or regrouping what's really happening when you borrow or carry. The sources often point to methods like CPA concrete, pictorial, abstract. You start with hands-on blocks, then maybe move to pictures, then finally use just the symbols. It's about building meaning.
Okay, so you need that deep understanding, but you also need to be able to use it effectively. What about fluency and efficiency? Does that still matter?
Absolutely.